So, Girlhood by Melissa Febos. This book here is without a doubt one of my favorites of all time. I consider her to be the greatest living writer right now and one of the greatest to have ever done it. If I were to dramatize this book's introduction into my life, it would have to be something very dramatic and biblical, something along the lines of summiting some impossible mountain and having this book come down a ray of light into my hands just to really convey the significance of how it transformed me not only as a writer but as a person. I consider Melissa Febos to be one of my greatest teachers, though she may not know it. This book is a memoir written by Melissa Febos that explores the narratives that women contend with about what it means to be feminine or female and the transition in and out of girlhood. You might wonder what, in particular, this book and its themes have in common with my own experience, as I'm very much not a girl and I'll never know what it's like to be a woman. But as an immigrant, I most definitely recognize in this book and in these stories the alienation that comes from facing a world that demands a level of self erasure as a precondition for a flimsy and a impermanent kind of acceptance. Um, One of the things that is incredible about her writing is how lyrical yet surgically precise it can be at evoking truth and feeling. And it's something that we're hoping to be able to transmit through performance and all the bells and whistles of filmmaking, but it's something that she can do with words, which is incredible. I'm going to read an excerpt from the book to illustrate that very point. This is from the third chapter in the book called Wild America. In school, I learned to talk less. I moved slower and hid my body in oversized clothes. I longed to be a smaller and cooler thing, less wanting, less everything. Though I felt gigantic, I wasn't. It was not the first time I mistook the feeling for the object, and not the last. This is what happens when you give your body away, when it gets taken away from you. Its physical form becomes impossible to see because your own eyes are no longer the expert. Your body's no longer a body, but a perceived distance from what a body should be, a condition of never being correct, because being is incorrect. Virtue lies only in the interminable act of erasing yourself.